Hopefully it's not a bomb.
Is that what? Is that what?
When you come across a mysterious locked box, what is your first instinct? Mine is to probably leave it there because I don't know what's inside of it, and I'm not that curious. Or am I? I don't know. Because when you have a mysterious locked box, I don't know if I want to know what's in there. Well, I don't know if a lot of you guys, a lot of people out there can say the same thing. They see a box, it's locked up, it's hard to get in there. A lot of people get pretty curious. Well, those people are putting themselves at risk of getting seriously injured or harmed. So yeah, I think it's best if you guys just let the box be. Well, how's it going, you guys? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dallas, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. You guys loved mysterious locked doors that you should never open, so we decided to do a follow-up video just for you. So if you haven't watched that video yet, make sure you guys click right over here, get caught up with that right after this, and I'll be sure to put the link in the description below as well. Alright, let's get right into this. This is the top 10 mysterious boxes that should never be opened. Robert the Evil Doll haunts us in at number 10. Robert is a creepy looking doll that was the inspiration behind the horror movie Child's Play. One story says that he was given to a child as a birthday gift, while another story claims that the doll was a gift from an evil voodoo practicing maid who wanted revenge on the Otto family. Either way, Robert the doll is creepy as hell. The family reported that Robert's expressions would change, he would move around the house on his own, and he was capable of talking back. As the years went on, Robert became even more sinister and darker. He was blamed for financial misfortunes, broken bones, car accidents, and even death. Robert was kept by the owners for years and years, but now he is sitting in a museum in Key West, Florida, where brave tourists can actually pay a visit to him.
Cause accidents, broken bones, job losses, divorces, and a cornucopia of other misfortunes only because people failed to respect him properly. It is said that people usually ask Robert for his permission before clicking his picture.
He is kept behind a glass case surrounded by letters of people apologizing to him so that he won't curse them. So it's my recommendation that no one ever opens up his locked box because you just never know what Robert will do next. Time Capsule from 1968 climbs onto this list at number 9. Time capsules can be an awesome way of taking a look into the past, but other times they can just be downright creepy. And this time capsule from 1968 is no exception to that. Demolition crews in Albuquerque, New Mexico discovered that this old time capsule located near a former elementary school. And based on some of the messages that was left inside, I think it's pretty easy to say that there were some pretty disturbed children. Of course there were some normal messages, but a kid named Greg Lee, a young man, he wrote about how he's actually dead. This is what the letter said. I am dead. I go to Montgomery School. This is the Olden School name. I was born in 1900. You gotta know I am dead. My favorite subject is spooking the police. I play the guitar. In case you don't know what that is, it is a board with strings on them. I'm 10 years old. See you later, savages. I think the world would have been a better place if we didn't open up this time capsule. This is a pretty messed up letter, so let's move on before Greg finds us all. Annabelle's locked box curses us in at number 8. I think it's safe to say that we've all seen the movie Annabelle. And if you haven't, what are you guys waiting for? Well, unless you're too scared of it. Well, obviously it's highly traumatized, but it is based on true events. A mother purchased a doll in the 1970s, and she gave it to her daughter who was in a nursing school. Donna would come up to find that the doll had moved rooms, or she would be in a different position. She also had notes around her house that said help on them, and the doll would be covered in blood. One psychic said that the doll was possessed by an evil spirit of a girl named Annabelle, and it was advertised that she needs to get rid of the doll ASAP. But that's when things took a turn for the worst. Annabelle was capable of levitating and strangling people. She was known to leave claw marks and bruises on other people, and her ultimate goal was to kill. Ed and Lorraine Lorne investigated Annabelle, and they said that she was actually a conduit to hell that a demon was using. 2 exorcisms didn't work, so now Annabelle is situated behind a glass case in the Warrens Occult Museum, where she can still be seen moving around. So the moral of the story is never ever try to open up this glass case unless you have a death wish. Maybe this is on your bucket list, I don't know, but let's move on. Let's move on to the box that holds the BASANO vase, and this comes crashing on our list at number 7. According to the legend, the silver vase was made in the 15th century, and it was given to a bride on the day before her wedding in Italy. Sadly, the bride never made it to her wedding because she was brutally murdered that same night with the vase in her hand. The family kept the vase and passed it down their family tree, but anyone who took possession of the vase would suddenly die. After a bunch of unexplained deaths, the family boxed the vase away and put a note inside of it that said, "Beware, this vase brings death." However, it actually resurfaced in the 1980s and it was sold in an auction, but the note was excluded from the sale. A pharmacist bought the vase and died 3 months later. 3 more deaths happened, and now the police have custody of this vase. It is locked away and no one has seen it ever since. I'm not sure how true this story is. I'm pretty sure it's really true, but that's messed up. Up next, number 6, we're talking about the woman from a LEMB statue. This limestone statue is also known as the goddess of death because anyone who comes into contact with this mysterious statue will die from unknown causes. Okay, this sounds like something that I should keep my distance from, and every family who possessed the statue has died. I don't have a death wish. One of the families were so scared about these strange deaths, so they decided to donate the statue to the Royal Scottish Museum in Edinburgh, where it actually remains there today. I'd probably bury this thing 100 feet underneath dirt, but that's just me. So shortly after the statue was placed in the museum, the people who came into close contact with it died. No one has handled this statue since because of its scary supernatural powers. This item is actually placed behind a strong glass and locked up where no human hands can touch it. Pandora's box comes onto this list at number 5. Pandora's box originates from Greek mythology. Basically, it was a box given to Pandora that contained all of the evils in the world, and she wasn't supposed to open it. But curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to open the box, which unleashed the 7 deadly sins. So fast forward to the present times, when a man opened up his very own version of Pandora's box. Jason Airy was found unconscious in his bedroom, and next to him was a box that said Pandora's box. It contained a packet of unopened weed, but no drugs were found inside of his system. His heart mysteriously stopped after he opened up the box, and his death is still a mystery today. Apparently there are a bunch of these boxes that are circulating everywhere, so if you ever come in contact with this box, I'm warning you guys, don't open it, because you never know what is going to happen. The cursed tomb of King Tutankhamun brings us to number 4. This is probably one of the most famous curses of all time. King Tut's tomb was discovered in 1922, and it was said that anyone who attempts to enter this tomb will be struck with bad luck, illness, or even death. It is believed that one expedition was struck with the curse because everyone who was involved died under mysterious circumstances. One man died within 4 months of being at the tomb from an infected mosquito bite. The radiologist who x-rayed King Tut's mummy and 10 other people either committed suicide or were shot or poisoned within months of visiting the tomb. So whether or not that this curse is real, it's hard to logically explain this whole thing. So I think it's better if we let King Tut rest in peace, and we should never ever open up his tomb. Climbing up this list, in at number 3 we have the Ark of the Covenant. According to the Jewish people and Christians, the Ark of the Covenant is a holy relic that contains broken tablets of the 10 Commandments that Moses received from God. So basically the Ark is credited with having a lot of divine power, but if it falls into the wrong hands, it is said that it can bring on a terrible curse. There are a ton of stories about the curse in the Bible, but its whereabouts today are unknown. People are still searching for the Ark of the Covenant, but with this kind of power, do you really want to be the one that finds it? Mysterious boxes from the dark web creeps us in at number 2. It's never a good idea to be lurking on the dark web. You never know what you're going to find. People use the dark web because their activity is untraceable and they can remain anonymous. Well, here's just a few things that you can find on the dark web. Not talking from experience, just from what I've read. People have found human flesh for sale, abuse videos, red rooms, and a bunch of other crazy stuff. I've never been on it, but a lot of people have for some reason, and I don't know why. YouTubers are actually exchanging their bitcoins and buying mysterious boxes from the dark web web and opening them up on their YouTube channels. This is absolutely insane because you never know what you're gonna get. And also, I would never ever want to give my address over in the dark web. It's like, yeah, can you send me that human flesh to 123 Fake Street? One YouTuber got a package that contained a cat's tail and curling toenails, and someone else got a live tarantula. Personally, I don't really see the appeal here. It's not worth the YouTube views. I actually think it's pretty terrifying if you ask me.
Is that what? Is that what? Is that what? There's something wet in here, and I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I'm doing this with my eyes closed. I don't know why I'm doing this with my eyes closed. Whoa! Oh! Oh!
This poor YouTuber found a used toilet paper, urine in a jar, mouse traps, and a creepy stuffed animal that probably has a nanny cam inside of it. So again, I don't know why anyone is doing this. I'm honestly terrified, so we need to move on. And finally, in at our number 1 spot, we have haunted DYBBUK boxes. These boxes are usually a wine box that is said to be haunted by a restless, malicious spirit that is capable of haunting and even possessing you. The first DYBBUK appeared in 2003 when it was purchased on eBay. Once the new owner opened up the box, a bunch of strange things started to happen. He had unexplained hauntings, recurring nightmares, unexplained bruises, and he could constantly smell ammonia. Other people who have come in contact with one of these boxes report having the same awful nightmares, experience negative health problems, and unexplained deaths happening around them. So if you happen to open up one of these boxes, you're supposed to burn it. The box will burn for a long time, but once it's burned, the DYBBUK is fully released and it can't return back to the box. Or better yet, just don't open it at all.
Hopefully it's not a bomb. Cutting the wax right now. Okay, the wax is broken. And it smells really bad.
Well, that's it for this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys who made it to the end of this video. I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video. Bye.